Hi, grade ones. This is day 2 of a 3-day writing assignment. I'm going to tell you the materials that you need, and then I'm going to have you pause the video and get them. We're going to be retelling this story. You had Mrs. May read it to you, and then you drew some artwork to go with it. It was a directed draw. Cowpoke Clyde and Duty Dog. It's written by Lori Mortison. What are you going to need? You're going to need a pencil, the outline from yesterday filled in, and the writing booklet. We know that when we're going to retell a story that there are certain things we need to talk about. One, the setting. Where does the story take place? Our story takes place on a farm or a ranch. Who are the characters? Well, we have Dog and we have Cowpoke Clyde. The problem, Dog is dirty, stinky, and does not want to have a bath, and he keeps running away from Cowpoke Clyde, and he causes some mischief along the way. The problem does get solved in the end. So, when we are retelling, we're going to be looking at this, and we're going to look at the first, then we're going to move to next, then number 3, and number 4 is last. We're going to be using these point forms or key words to write a sentence. So the key words, Dog Dirty, Cowboy Clyde, and bath, those aren't sentences. We don't talk like that. Bath. Well, am I going to take a bath? Are you taking a bath? Are we bathing the dog? Maybe you're buying a new bathtub. We need to give more information. Other animals wet is not a sentence. So I guess we need to review again what we need in order to write good sentences. But when we're writing them, we are going to use some of those words. So a sentence needs a subject, that's the who, and an action, did what. So in our story, the subject that is being written about is Dog and Cowpoke Clyde. The action, what do the subjects do? Well, he runs, he gets chased, he does have baths. And that is what our sentence will need, the who did what. When we're writing sentences at this time of the year, I like to say that there are certain glue words that we can use. We can glue two ideas together. Glue words are and, so, because, and but. And we're going to look at the word because. So you have your idea with the joining word or the glue word because and your second idea. Dawes does not want a bath because he does not like water. You can only have one because in a sentence, and after you have your because, you need to remember idea 1, because, idea 2, and then you need to write a sentence. You only get to have one because. We need to remember when we're writing that our 4-point check is very important. You're going to have to pay attention to the capitals, finger spaces, punctuation, and does your sentence make sense? My class knows about the high 5 for good writing also. So with our retell outline, we use these words, Dog Dirty, Cowboy Clyde, and bath, and we put them together in a sentence. And here was the sentence we wrote. Cowpoke Clyde wanted to give his dog a bath, and it is under the category of first. The first thing that happened in the story. Remember, we're retelling. We're going to move into the next part of our story, and that is next. The words that we have are Clyde chased, Dog runs. And those are naked sentences. The who did what, the who did what. However, I would like you to write more interesting sentences, $1 million sentences. So what I did is I put the words up here, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to try writing 3 different sentences. And I am going to try and use the word because. Our first sentence, Cowboy Clyde chased his dog all over the farmyard. Dog kept running away from Clyde. So we have Cowboy Clyde, chased, and dog in that sentence. The next sentence, Clyde the cowboy tried to catch dog, but the dog kept running away because he did not want a bath. We've used the word because here. The third sentence we could write using these key words, run dog run, because Clyde wants to catch you and give you a bath. That's what is happening. So now you are going to take these key words and you are going to be writing me a sentence under this title of next. When you're done writing, I want you to check your work. I use capital letters. If you did, put a check mark. I use spaces. If you did, between the words, please put a check mark. I use punctuation. And please read each word aloud. Does your sentence make sense? The next part of the story we're going to write about is under the category of then. Then what happened? Well, dog does all kinds of things when he's running away. What happens in the end is all the other animals get wet. There were chickens and fleas, 5 cats, hog, and a mule, and they all got wet. So if you wish, you can talk about just the animals, or if you want to mention some of these animals, that's why I left them on this frame. Taking these key words, other animals wet, here are 3 sentences that we could write. When dog ran away from Cowpoke Clyde, the dog spilled the water and the other animals got wet. All those keywords are in there, these keywords. Second sentence, the other animals on the farm got all wet when dog spilled the water because dog ran away from Cowpoke Clyde. And the last sentence, the chickens, fleas, cats, hog, and mule got wet when dog spilled the water because he was running away from Clyde. So as long as you have these key words, other animals wet, you can write a sentence that makes sense. You can also give us more information. You're going to then write it, and I've got on I'm just writing scribbles. You're not going to do this because I want to see what you guys can do. When you're done, please come down here. I use capital letters. I use spaces. I use punctuation. It makes sense. The last thing that happened in our story, we wrote these keyword notes yesterday. Clyde bath, dog jumped. So did he jump into Clyde's arms or did he jump someplace else? Using those 3 key words, we're going to look at this. Cowboy Clyde got all dirty chasing the dog around. Clyde had a bath outside and dog jumped into the tub with him. I could just see him jumping in. Exclamation mark I did use. We can have a 1-word sentence. Splash. Dog jumped into the bathtub when Clyde had his outside bath. In a 3rd sentence, using some of these words, Clyde had a bath in the outside bathtub and his dog jumped into the tub too. You might want to tell me at the end, Clyde and Dawes enjoy having baths together. When you're done writing, underneath the category of last, check. I use capital letters. I use spaces. I use punctuation. Please remember to use those key words in your sentence. I ask that you don't have any naked sentences. You've had lessons from me in the past on this. I ran, the dog jumped, the boy ate. They have a who did what. They are naked. You need to give me a little bit of information. Tell me where this is happening, when it happened, like in the morning, in the evening. If you don't know, make it up. What are some color words for the dog? What are some size words to describe the dog? I know Cowpoke Clyde is a skinny cowboy. So here's our writing from the first day, and I added to it when I was editing. So Cowpoke Clyde wanted to give his, I chose big black dog named Dawes, a warm bath. And I added a because he was dirty. So please remember that you can use something called a carrot. It looks like a little wee triangle with the pointy part up top. And I just put it in there, and then I write in that space above it. And that might not look as pretty, but we're not publishing this work. And I would like to see how you can make your sentence more interesting. No naked sentences. It will be your turn to do the work, do some thinking, then write what you're going to write. You may definitely use the key words and then sound out some of the letters that you need to spell and words that you don't know. So you're going to be doing then, next, and last. When you're done, please take pictures of your writing and send them to your teacher. This is what I'd like pictures of, please. I know if it's a rainy day, I always liked enrichment for my children. You could go and watch on YouTube Armadillo Rodeo by Jan Brett. That takes place in Texas. You could also find The Gingerbread Cowboy by Janet Squires. And if you, this is a fiction story, this is a fiction story made up. But if you want facts on cowboys, the name of the book is Cowboys by R.H. Radcliffe, and it's a nonfiction book. You are a writer. Take the challenge. I really look forward to reading what you have written. Enjoy your writing assignment today. And I put on my country garb for you. Yeehaw! We'll see you later.